DLC 17 on Xenoverse 2 is confirmed at this point in time due to the article that was put out on the Bandai website, where they say in this article in regards to Xenoverse 2 that the game will continue to update and improve to provide a deep lasting gameplay experience. Now this was put out after DLC 16 already released, letting us know DLC 17 will definitely be a thing. But a major issue that I feel DLC 17 can run into is, where is the hype going to come from? Because with a DLC pack, it automatically has to have something hype in it to get the fan base excited about said DLC. And a prime example of one that really did not bring that would be DLC 15. Because while DLC 15 is a good DLC pack, like the characters in the game are very cool, very unique, all things like that, they weren't characters that were extremely hyped, and you could tell in how it was received by the community and how long really DLC 15 brought people back to Xenoverse 2. The hype just really wasn't there, and it overall just felt like it was one of the most underperforming DLCs Xenoverse 2 has seen in quite some time. So DLC 17 now is probably facing a very similar issue. Now we don't know who the characters will be, but I have the perfect solution to this hype issue that Bandai and Dips could potentially run into. And there is one door that just needs to be pushed wide open when it comes to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and it could truly just take this game to whole different levels of content. And what I'm talking about is the door into the realm of Dragon Ball Heroes. Now Dragon Ball Heroes has been talked about with Xenoverse since, well, Xenoverse 1. Because Xenoverse 1, who were the main villains? Toa, Mira, and Demigod. All three characters that originated where? In Dragon Ball Heroes. So since Xenoverse 1, people have always talked about the possibility of more Dragon Ball Heroes content in Xenoverse 2, diving into that Dragon Ball Heroes world with the Xenoverse world and mixing them to make some kind of crazy game, because again, content-wise, the content at that point in time becomes limitless. Basically, the amount of different character forms, the amount of different characters in Dragon Ball Heroes is insane. Just all the demons alone would make for a ton of DLC. Then you got all the different fusions, you got the different forms. Like, there is just so much that Dragon Ball Heroes has to offer, and a lot of it is stuff that is extremely, and I mean extremely, hype. Like, a lot of the stuff that goes on in Heroes is very fan servicey in terms of like these crazy forms, Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker, seeing Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, seeing all these different forms of characters that we've always wished upon, right? Dragon Ball Heroes makes that a reality. Now imagine making that reality and putting it in Xenoverse 2. This again would bring insane levels of hype to the game to announce a Heroes pack. Now of course, there is insane amounts of characters in Heroes to be added in, but they could not do that with one DLC. But just even if we got one Heroes collab pack, just one DLC with like 3 to 4 characters, maybe including Beat and some other characters that were like mainstays in, like Beat and Note for example, they were like main characters in a sense of Dragon Ball Heroes when it first originated. Now they're not really in the anime or anything like that, but Beat and Note would be dope to see in Xenoverse 2, along with like a Xeno Goku and someone else from the Dragon Ball Heroes universe. That would make for a fire DLC, in my opinion, at the very least. And again, it would really open that door into the limitless content that is Dragon Ball Heroes for Xenoverse 2. Because honestly, if they are not planning to drop Xenoverse 3 anytime soon, what other way are you going to continue to generate hype for Xenoverse 2? Like, what other characters are really out there? Because there's only like select few that I feel will truly generate hype. For example, that pack that I made up called the Reawakening Warrior pack, which featured Rage Trunks, Akari Broly, and Majin 21. A DLC pack like that would definitely generate some hype. But besides those characters, there's not many left. There's only really a few that come to my mind. Characters like Shalak, however you want to say the man's name. I've heard it in multiple different ways. he would definitely be someone that would generate hype in Xenoverse 2. There are plenty more, but again, I feel the easiest way to really get that hype train going when it comes to DLC 17 is opening the Dragon Ball Heroes door and finally exploring that for the Xenoverse 2 community and in the Xenoverse 2 world. It would just truly bring so much limitless content to this game and limitless potential. It would absolutely be insane. So let me know what you guys think about Dragon Ball Heroes being added in Xenoverse 2, how much you would love to see that, and do you think that it would generate the most hype from a character and DLC pack perspective? Because like I said, hype is a big thing with DLCs. Like, they have to generate hype in order to actually gain sales and things along those lines, right? Well, what other way to gain that hype would be better than adding in Dragon Ball Heroes, like I said before, especially for a game that is going to be 7 years old. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, all things like that. But till next time, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.